Last night you checked the news before you slept, and again when you woke up at 3 a.m. Not because you wanted to, because something in you felt like you had to. Like if you stopped watching, something worse would happen, and you wouldn't see it coming. You haven't been to war. You're not on a battlefield. You're sitting somewhere ordinary. Your bedroom, your kitchen, maybe a couch with the TV on low in the background. But your chest has been tight for weeks, and you can't fully explain it to anyone around you because they either feel it too and don't want to talk about it, or they seem completely fine, and that somehow makes it worse. Nobody's really talking about what this is doing to the people watching, so that's what this is. You are not overreacting. Your nervous system was built for a world where danger was local, a storm coming in, a conflict 2 villages over, a loud noise outside your door, something that started and ended, and then the body could finally rest. It was never designed for a world where you can watch, in real time, missiles hitting apartment buildings, families moving through rubble, a child being carried, all on a screen you hold in your hand while you're standing in your kitchen making coffee. And here's the part most people don't realize until it happens to them. Your thinking brain understands, that's far away. But your alarm system doesn't wait for a full explanation. Vivid footage can hit your body fast, before you've even finished the sentence in your head. So your shoulders rise, your jaw locks, your heart rate jumps at a headline, and you get that sudden urge to call someone you love just to hear their voice. That isn't weakness. That is an old survival system doing its job, treating what feels urgent as urgent, treating what looks close as close, trying to keep you ready. Your body is not betraying you. It's trying to protect you with the only tools it has. And the strange thing is, this is only the first layer. There's a version of this fear that gets talked about, the fear of the people actually inside it, the soldiers, the families, the children who have lost everything. That fear deserves every word anyone has ever written about it. But there is another fear sitting right underneath it, a quieter one. The fear of the people watching from far away. And almost nobody talks about that one, because the people feeling it are too guilty to name it. You're safe. Nothing happened to you. So who are you to be scared? So you swallow it down and keep scrolling, partly to stay informed, partly because stopping feels like turning your back on something. And underneath it all is a thought you can barely admit, even alone. What if this reaches me? What if this reaches the people I love? What if the small, ordinary world I built, the one I never thought to be grateful for, is less permanent than I believed? That's the moment the over-there boundary starts to blur. Not because you're dramatic, because your brain is always scanning one question. Is my world still safe? When the answer feels uncertain, your system doesn't always panic in waves. Sometimes it does something more exhausting. It stays half on, a low, constant hum, like a phone that never stops vibrating in your pocket. When was the last time you felt genuinely rested? Not just slept, actually rested, woke up and felt okay. I'm guessing it's been a while, and you've probably been blaming work, or sleep quality, or something you ate, but it might be simpler than that. When your threat system stays active, it's expensive. Your body quietly reallocates resources toward vigilance, tension, alertness, scanning, bracing, even if you're sitting still. And without realizing it, you've been doing that for weeks, because there's been no all clear. The news shifts, the tone changes, the situation escalates, then calms, then escalates again. Your nervous system has been waiting for the moment it can exhale, and that moment keeps not coming. So look at what that does to a normal day. You walk into the kitchen and forget why you came. You stare at your phone without actually reading. You open the app, close it, open it again. You stand there with your hand on the fridge door trying to remember what you even wanted. And decisions that should be simple, dinner, replying to a message, starting a task, feel weirdly heavy. That's not laziness. That's a brain that's been doing emergency work for so long, it doesn't have much left for anything else. You've been carrying weight that has no name and leaves no visible mark. And that weight is real. There's something you're probably a little ashamed of, the checking. Open the app, read the update, feel worse, close the app. Open it again 30 seconds later. You know it's not helping. You do it anyway. Then you feel bad about yourself for doing it, which somehow makes you want to check again. This isn't a personality flaw. It's an ancient survival habit running in a world it was never built for. In the old world, information about danger kept you alive. Where is it? How close is it? Is it moving toward us? So your brain learned, if I know more, I'm safer. And sometimes doom scrolling gives you a tiny flicker of relief. Not happiness, just relief. Like, okay, I'm on top of it. I'm aware. And then, immediately, your body reacts to what you just saw. The stress comes back. The uncertainty comes back. So your brain reaches for the one thing it knows. Try again. Refresh. Maybe the next update is the one that lets us finally relax. But there isn't one. Not because you're doing it wrong, because a feed cannot give your nervous system what it's searching for. Safety has never lived there. Some of you aren't just scared for yourselves, you're grieving for people you have never met and will never meet. You watch a video of a mother and something in you collapses. You see a child's face and your mind immediately jumps to someone you love, someone with a name, a laugh, a hoodie you've borrowed, a voice you can hear in your head. And for a second, the distance between their life and that child's life feels like nothing at all. You feel it, deeply, in your body. And then somewhere along the way, you start to feel numb. And then you feel terrible about feeling numb. Like numbness means you stopped caring, like it means something is wrong with you. But numbness isn't indifference. Numbness is your system hitting its limit and pulling a lever that says, if we keep feeling everything at full volume, we won't survive it. The human heart was built for a small circle, names and faces, not endless footage. You were never meant to emotionally process a planet's worth of tragedy every day. So if you've gone numb, it doesn't mean you're cold, it means you're full, and those are not the same thing. Stop for a second. Just look around wherever you are. The walls of your room are real. The floor under you is real. The air coming into your lungs right now is real, and it belongs to you, and it is here. What's happening in the world is real too. The fear is real. The grief is real. None of that disappears. But this room is also real, and your body has been here the whole time. While your mind was living in headlines and worst-case timelines and a future that may or may not happen, your body stayed. It kept your heart beating. It kept you breathing. It held on. Put your hand on something solid for 2 seconds, just long enough to remind your nervous system, I'm here, right now, in this room. Closing the app is not abandoning anyone. Going outside is not indifference. Laughing at something small, even in the middle of all of this, is not betrayal. It's maintenance. It's how you stay someone who can still feel, still think, still be present, instead of burning down into someone who can't feel anything at all. And if this fear is crushing your daily life, if you can't function, can't sleep, can't stop, you deserve real support. Not because you're broken, because you're human. You are allowed to come back. You don't have to earn that. The fear you've been carrying is not weakness. It's love in its rawest form. You're afraid because you understand what life is worth. Because somewhere under the scrolling and the guilt and the numbness, there is a part of you that knows, clearly, that the lives being lost matter. That ordinary Tuesday evenings matter. That the people you love matter. Fear at times like this doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you still have skin in the game of being human. It means the part of you that loves life, your own life, the lives of strangers, the idea that children should grow up safe, is still there. Still working, still trying. So tonight, when you feel that pull to open the app one more time, just notice it. You don't have to fight it. You don't have to shame yourself. Just recognize it. That's the survival brain, doing what it always does, looking for the update that makes everything okay. And then, if you can, put the phone down. Look at one thing in your room that is real and solid and yours. Take one breath that belongs only to this moment. You're doing the best you can in a moment that no one was prepared for, and that is enough.